Well, some more updates here on the 4850 and the 4630. I think the 4850 for the most part is pretty well done for right now. And there will be more things in the future, probably just not right now. They do sell, or they did sell back in the late 90s, some square lights that went here on the steps. I'm trying to trace down that kit. And then they sold a kit that had four lights, two per side, and they went out this way and out that way. They clamped on the roof edge back there. And that kit is still available. But the hood handle's done, and I got the air stack. It was whoever put it back on and kind of put it on crooked, and the little rubber boot was bad, so that's all done. And then up front, which I've already shown everybody, got the new lights in, and it does have a set of factory weights. It's only got 12. These carried up to 20 with the weight bracket, and that is the correct 50 series weight, and they are original John Deere weights. And I do have more of those weights, so depending on what I do with the tractor, I may go ahead and fill that rack on up. The 30s, 40 series, they use a smaller, thinner fat weight, which I'll show you here. That would be this style of weight. They were a little thicker, wider, a little smaller sized. But I did a few more things of this yesterday, and I think it's pretty well getting wrapped up again for right now. I'll show you inside here. But pretty nice looking tractor. Pretty happy with it. Lights all in. These are an Alliance tire. These are a 480 ADR42, which is 18442. And you can put a 20.8 by 42 on these rims. This is Farm Pro Radial, Alliance brand. I really don't like them at all, to be honest. But in the future, I plan to put 520 R42s, which are 20.8 42s in the rear. And I'll do Firestone 23 degrees, and they'll fit on these rims, but they'll be a bit higher profile tire. It's a little taller. Of course, I have to change the fronts out. I'll do that. I'll probably have to buy the updated poly fenders. I don't know. I'll check into some front rims, but some point in this tractor's future, I would like to bump the rear ends up to the bigger rubber, which was only available on the 55 series. The 4850, the 18442, or the 2838 was pretty much your big tire option. Well, in the cab here, I got the floor mats all scrubbed out, and I bought a field office kit for this thing. Always wanted one of these, and it fits in there quite nicely. Matches up with the seam lines down here, and this actually, time I pulled the floor mat up, vacuumed it, cleaned all the dirt out of it, got this drilled in. You have to cut the foam, put these little inserts in, had to tape a wrench on the outside because I didn't have any help putting it on. Time I was done, it took almost 3 hours of my afternoon, if you can believe it. But anyway, this is a field office kit. K&M makes these, or you can get them through K&M. But you can see the little tray and everything. You can pop the tray out and put things down underneath as well. But a couple more drink holders. You can rest your arm on it. It's quite comfortable. Doesn't interfere. You can lean way over. Doesn't bother anything. And in typical YouTube fashion, here I have a cat that follows me around. It's just about as obnoxious as possible, but good luck getting through that glass. Anyway, I got this on here, all new dash pad, got everything cleaned up really good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this interior came out. Looks quite nice in here, looks like new. I am going to do an 8030 series leather wrap steering wheel in here, out of like an 8530. The difference distance from this chrome ring to these spokes is different on a 85 or 8000 series. And then, because they've changed the offsets here, so when you put a 8030 series steering wheel in these, I've already done it once on a different tractor, you have a little gap here, so I made a ring for it. Then you have to draw a line around here and take a die grinder and cut the poly back until you can get your chrome ring to fit. So it'll match this steering wheel, but it'll be a leather wrapped one. Then I'm going to take this 50 series plastic one and put it in that 30 series, because those originally came out with rubber steering wheel, which you rub your hands on and turns your hands good and black. The other thing on this tractor, here's the a radio, and this is a kit you can buy like Shoop or Sloan, and this is a factory original. This is what they call Brindle Brown. This is the original Beazle. This is a radio kit, again, from Shoop. So when you buy the kit, it comes with the Beazle and the radio, but the Beazle is not brindle brown, it's more of a chocolate brown. So my goal was to take this radio assembly out and put it in that 4630, because I can take a polymer or poly spray paint, pull the radio out, and I can paint the Beazle black, because black's easy to universalize match, and then that'll be the lower angled Beazle for a 30 series, and I'll have a good radio in there. And then for this tractor, I'm trying to get the original Beazle, and then I'll put an XM, AM/FM XM, like the 8R series have in here. And I'm having a little trouble. The reason I'm saying trying is I'm having a little trouble getting that Beazle. They're only down to what's left in dealer networks, and they sent two that said they were scratched. So they sent them back. I actually still have one, but it has a crack around one of these corners. So if they can send me a better one, I'll go for it. And if not, I'll just take mine and go ahead and use it. Oh no, you found your way in. But yeah, that's the later 50 series had these stock. So anyway, got that on there. So a couple more things coming. Tires would be nice to, like I say, put on here, but you're talking almost probably $9,000 after assembly, and it's just money I'm not going to spend as of right now, unless somebody wanted to come in and give me a really good price for these tires used. Yeah, you're not welcome, and you're gone. Anyhow, I'm quite content with how everything looks on these, and this tractor is ready to go to the field. Oils are checked, everything's updated and ready to roll, and all the componentry seems to be in working order, and all the oils are, like I say, they're all done. So this tractor is field ready, and I'm sure there'll be something or other that'll show up on it, but ready to use it. And in the future I'll have some more of those update kits for it to put on it, so stay tuned for those. Now over here on this 4630, engine's pretty well back together, and we're waiting on a A&I. Well, we bought an A&I elbow here. I'm going to put this clip in here now and show you guys the problem with it. Well, we're putting this intercooler back together, and this has been a Bearcat. There's a turbocharger line that goes down in there around the manifold, and I actually had to put a small flattening spot in that, because this manifold, it's an A&I. Don't ever buy an A&I products. It's a cheap piece of junk. We've actually sent two of them back just to get halfway good one. This is A&I. Why it's got this heat coating on there, it's gray, I don't know. As you can see, it doesn't really line up. And look at this ring here. It's at a half angle. We've even tried to begin to slot these a little bit just to try to square this stuff up. It just, nothing fits. Half of mine to take this all back off, just take it back down there to John Deere and just say, we need John Deere originals. This is ridiculous. Well, as you saw there in the other clip I took yesterday, that A&I elbow didn't fit worth a crap, and they actually had an A&I rep at John Deere, and the parts guy down there even voiced his concern about it and said that was unacceptable. So anyway, we sent it back, and they're going to get us a John Deere elbow, which John Deere didn't have any, so again they had to scour dealers. Anyway, whoever had this before put new turbos on, so we got the new manifolds, intercoolers obviously back together, then everything inside, as you guys have watched the progress, is back together. And yeah, I'll probably go ahead and paint this after we go ahead and crank it here. We did crank the engine. It's got oil pressure up on it and everything. That's why we got the battery charger on it. We cranked it over for 20 seconds and we let it sit a few minutes. Then we cranked it over some more. And so we got good oil pressure. Everything's pressurized up. It's got braking oil in it. And we got our wiring redone here on the original plug there. Got our wiring redone. And next we're going to go ahead and put the injectors in. And we got the new fuel line in there. So we are getting ready to actually get this tractor started here probably in the next 24 hours. Now I've actually made really good progress here on the interior of this tractor. The seat's just sitting there. I'm waiting on a couple bolts and things to come in for it. I'm still going to go ahead and repaint up underneath that deal on that slide. All the upholstery's been actually, it was never even glued in. Whoever did this didn't even glue it in, so I've actually pulled that up and actually properly fit it, glued it in. I got the door seal finally, got that fit. Absolute nightmare. Had to epoxy it all around these corners and everything, but it's on there once and for all. I got the right epoxy this time that actually stuck. So anyway, I got a good door seal finally. I think they call that door seal will fit. It's pretty piss poor in my opinion, but that's what they have now. And just like the other tractor with the radio bezel, I think they're running out of parts for these old tractors, and while we're starting to go to just brand X or A&I stuff. I did get the headliner all back together, and that's looking pretty good. Take you guys up inside here and show you around the seat and up around the windows and everything. Anyway, the seat looks good. I feel like this is zoomed, but anyway, it looks good. So it's really clean here, and there's that 8-vent panel I talked about, which makes life more enjoyable. There again's a look at that headliner. And I did my best to clean the old speaker grills out. Washed them and everything. You can still see a hint of dirt down between the louvers, but they're as clean as they're gonna get. Painted these and got a little hardware put back the way it's supposed to. Got the upholstered corner posts in here. All that's done. Obviously you guys already seen the joystick, and I have not put the radio back in up front here. That is a Survivor radio though, so I have not done that because like I just talked about the other radio. And bought this interior from TractorUpholstery.com. They don't cut any of this, so I undersize cut it, and I just trim it up here, and it's a real rip. This panel here was missing some of the screws. Had to get those and get that in there properly, but I finally got all that hardware in there the right way. So I think once this gets outdoors, you guys can actually see it where it doesn't look like you're looking into a tunnel. You'll really see how nice it looks. There is a filter up here yet I'm going to take out and clean them. I'll just run a vacuum as I pull that down. So I still got to do that. John Deere didn't have it. Up in here there's foam that glues in behind this panel. That's all been replaced as I put the new filters in. These are all pre-cut, so these actually fit quite nice around the edge there. And got the new windows trims in there, so I think it looks good. I really think it looks, I'm quite happy with everything came out. Everything's nice and clean. You can see the foam's all good and clean, or upholstery I should say. So no, I didn't buy a field office for this one yet. I'll see how I like it in there. So far I like it. This one had this distal grain thing in here, and I may pop this out eventually and put the 60 series or 55 or 60 series ashtray in this one too. Or put this foam in, a slight wrinkle there, but hey, whatever. Try to catch another view from the outside here. I don't know how well this camera picks it up. I think it makes it look different than it does what you see through your eyes. They have the auto correction crap that makes your colors and things get weird. But anyway, you can see it. That grip there's grody. Got a new one, and like I said, the steering wheel will get swapped out yet. But I think it looks good. You know, natural wear where people's hands went and stuff. Just left that. But I think it looks really good. The way the headliner and everything came out looking. Just gotta get the radios and stuff in there done. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Appreciate all the positive comments on it. So it's coming together. Hopefully it'll be started up here where it's moving under its own power again here real soon, and I can start to get a few more things cleaned up on it and actually kind of halfway get the thing completed is the goal. So stay tuned for that and more on these Holder 2 tractors, because I think this 4630 is going to look really, really good. Maybe not as perfect as this one, but it's going to definitely look good. I do like how this old tractor, all the up underneath the fenders and everything's real straight, and there's no rust. It's really, really good shape for its age. It is hard to believe that these two tractors are only actually 4 years apart. Oh, one guy named his channel Tractor Flipper, which I'm probably not going to. But anyway, here's the Fendt, and this is not for sale. And there's the 3020 over here. There's the 3020. I think I've shown it since I got it all put together. If not, there it is. I've actually got a oil cooler that was started leaking on this thing, so I gotta find an oil cooler for it. But anyway, it doesn't look too bad. So there's the there it is again. Here's a 16 shank 1630 950 Case IH toolbar. This is for sale, so if you're interested, I'm going to mention several things here that are for sale. So if you're interested, I'll put my email in the link below. You can contact me. It's ready to go. It's a nice low acre toolbar. There's the Brown Bear, which I have a tire that continually leaks and needs some tire eject. That's for sale. If you're interested, let me know. And here's some more tractors. This is the 8100 that most of you seem to really like, which is a good clean 8100. And it's for sale. If anybody's interested, let me know on this. Well, I think it's for sale anyway. That was the plan. And this 7200R, 1184 hours, it's for sale. The goal was, I mentioned in the video the other day, I was going to get rid of these two and get an 8530. Here's the 8240 Case Combine. It's for sale. It's a nice machine, $152,000 to take it home. It's a damn clean combine. And the 2014 4408 Cornhead, it's for sale. There's that 9870 that we're working on. It's awful cold out here in this building though, so my motivation to work on stuff's a little bit limited. 8400, I used it last fall and didn't get a final power washing on it, but didn't get very dirty, just more on the dirt on the tires than anything. This is not for sale. This is here to stay. There's that Krone Big Pack, which needs a good paint buffing. It's not for sale either. And over here you got tillage tools and all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna go get I think we're gonna buy a John Deere 612 C Cornhead. I got one picked out. I got the trailer there for it, and it's actually ready for a 612C. That's good trailer. Keep it. We actually bought that brand new. So this MacDon table, it's for the International 35 foot. It's for sale. Here's our tillage tools in here. These are not for sale. This sprayer, we're thinking making an upgrade here. It's a good clean 4700. It is higher hours, but it's got a 60-foot boom. but it's a clean sprayer, and it's updated to the Green Star, so you got GPS guidance. This sprayer is for sale. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Here's the 1795 1223. This will be getting run this spring. And here's the wagons you guys saw last fall run all fall. There's obviously the grain cart. If anybody's interested in any of these, they're for sale. All of them. The truck here, this is a M928, the 945 sitting outside. This 928, it's for sale. So if there's anything I mentioned that is for sale that you are interested in, drop me a comment. Let me know. Primary things that we're going to sell, I would sell these wagons or anything. If anybody's interested in the wagons, just let me know. The sprayer, I would like to upgrade, so if you're interested, let me know. $35,000 would take it home. That 9870 there is not for sale. It's a good clean combine. We're gonna use it for a long time. You guys will find out more of what we're trying to do in the future as to why we decided to do this. The Chrome Big Pack, that was just to get hay easier to transport, have a baler that was more productive, and seems like the big squares sell a little better. The 7200 and 8100 idea there's something in the works is what I need. The IVT 8534, which would be a good mate to this tractor. But damn clean 8100, I hate to see go away, but I would sell it in hopes of upgrades. Yeah, I kind of need the IVT transmission here. You guys listen to stay tuned for that. This it's probably going to end up going back to John Deere. It was come off a lease. The trade-in versus with the lease buy, it's about the same. We've only put a year or so into it, so really it was quite cheap rent. This tractor here, we own it. So anyway, if you're interested in either one of them, let me know. And they can both be run through JDF, John Deere Financing. So an upgrade may happen there, and then it may not, And if it doesn't, I may still sell the 7200 because it's not getting used that much. I got these other tractors finished up. Again, sprayers for sale. This is for sale, and this combine. Most of these things are upgrades. If you notice, the combine's kind of almost what you might call a downgrade. And yeah, it had a tire needed to get repaired, and it was so stiff that it was so cold out here, like 5 degrees there today. The tire guy actually just took it home, or took it to his shop, I should say, and just threw it in his shop and let it heat up so he could do it indoors because it was nasty cold out here. Anyway, yeah, stay tuned. So those are for sale. If you're interested, toolbar, 8100, 7200 disc, cornhead, platform, sprayer, anything else you see in here, let me know. And over here is the disc mower, and we did get the pulley off finally. A friend of ours let us borrow a very big pulley puller, and we pulled that pulley off, which was just about impossibly hard to pull off there, but got it off there, and we're going to convert this over to 1000. We're going to have a machine shop turn a pulley. It's a little hard because of the way that offset that center pulley is, but this is going to get converted to 1000, which I don't know why they didn't come out of the factory that way, but whatever. 1000 PTO, so it can go on the 4850, and I will need another mower for summer. I have not yet got one purchased. I'm still looking around for options and things on that yet. And this drill has got a flat tire, but I really wish it would warm up because I'm sick of freezing, so I could actually get out here and use some tire eject and get some things worked on out in this shed. And this summer, before the wheat comes out, depending on actually having it, the winter didn't kill it, We'll have to get the big duals put on this combine, but it'll be like going back in the dark ages, I'm sure, compared to being an IH, but hey, at least we're in green. So I'm happy about it, and the good part of it is no debt. So there you have it, and more videos coming. 1200 bushel gravity wagon?